this is Divine Sunshine coming to you with your Sankofa reading for the month of June. I'm going to do something different because I see we kind of all outspread, and I do by the signs, and I'm going to condense it down, and I'm just going to do it by the elements. Okay, so you can kind of see overall who this is for. Instead of me doing that way, and I'm gonna see how this works out. If not, I go back to the old format and see by individual to see. But what I'm going to do is going to go by the air, by the thing. So I'm gonna start off with the air since it slipped out with fire, but it said air. So let's go on here. So Sankofa readings, what this is clear. Looking at our ancestors or those who've passed, loved ones that had passed on, and seeing what they think needs to occur or to happen in order to help you with your current situation where you are. So we're going to look at several past loved ones might show up. I feel hair in my eye. Please get out. Several of them might show up as well, and kind of tell you all over. So whichever this loved one that shows up might be for you. I specialize also as a gift of connecting with those who are past loved ones on the other side, and so sometimes they will, for the air sign, show up in readings. I talk to even my dad. You hear me say on this show too as well, and I've always had that gift to be able to do that. I call it that. I just pick up the line like a MCI, or like, hello, who's on the other end? And then I'll be able to speak to them, and they'll talk to me as well. Okay, so let's look at the first one. So for the air sign, we got this person who is like a friend of the family. Ooh, interesting. Friend of the family. This person has really been very good. They really stand on some real strong morals. You probably know them as Miss. They might have even taken on the role as being maybe aunt. You know how we all, especially in African American communities, we adopt people. Say you like your aunt, but you're actually friend and family because maybe your parent had been an only child, so they start adopting people. Or this person is just really a true good friend. It's once upon a time could have been a neighbor. I'm picking up several of them. One of them said I was called an aunt. Another one says I was like a real good neighbor. I looked out for the neighborhood. I looked out for the kids. We were like neighbors. Like mine had kids. Excuse me, and they had kids, and us today together combined. You know, it's like we adopt that away too. So this is for the air sign. This person really stood for, really, they had like strong values and morals and ethics to doing things. It wasn't just haphazard. Part of me is saying you don't get too many people that's like that these days. It really, is like, when they looked after your kids, you knew they looked after your kids as if as if they were their own. It's not like, oh, that's next door. Some of them these days it's a whole different story. Okay. So let's see what they're seeing from their point of view as far as clear air signs. What's happening with your thinking? So we got this ancestor that's coming and speak about that. She's saying right now you're thinking wherever you are right now emotionally in your thinking, you've been thinking. It's been time to go. And they're saying, and they're in agreement, yes, this is true. They say, however, what the problem is that you're saying you're looking at this doorway and you don't know where this leads to. So this could be for a divine masculine or divine feminine. If you are an air sign, this one's for you. So air signs is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and I'm missing one. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Why I'm missing another damn sign? I'm missing the air. Help us, Lord. Help us, Lord. Go around and around and around and around. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Oh, that's it? Okay. Well, I feel like I'm missing another one. Air signs. Yeah, okay. This is only 3. Well, I think it's 4. Ooh, where I get that from? So I got it from. So this is you. So they say, yeah, it is time to go. Emotionally, they saying they see that you're scared and you're thinking, don't know like where to go, but you know that your emotions is leading you. They're saying if this is divine masculine I'm talking to, they're saying again, they're saying you want to kind of chase after wherever your divine feminine is going. Okay. Um, Clear. Clear. Okay, so now they said that they want you to make the effort. You know, you kind of tug of war. Like emotionally, you're like, I don't know about this. But in your thinking space, you really want to like say I'm seeing something come and say motivation, continue to spread the love and light. You want to actually do this. Like you are more than willing participant in your energies within you. They say they want you to do that because it's going to open the door to romance for you. You know, you got your heart up in the cage. They saying, honey child, your heart is in the cage. You're not letting them your what I'm saying, your freak flag fly high. You know, you want the hearts to kind of flow. They're saying also it's like you in the closet about some things about this love for that you have for this twin flame, and there's like, honey child, I see it. You know, you need to put this up there. Like to me, this door romance, to me, this look like a stage. You need to put this out on stage. All life is a stage, honey. And it's saying you need to go on ahead and just put this thing front and center because it deserves that. They're saying also that you want to have, while you got to make the effort, because you want to have this victory in your emotions. You could, like to me, when I look at her, she say, honey, I could tell that you could almost just smell it. It's right there. And you just really want to wear it as your crown, your victory. So some kind of way they're saying through your crown chakra. This one saying that, you know, do some meditation to kind of open up that crown chakra. And they're saying right now, you want to make an effort because emotionally you tying your own self up. Like you really like, they saying, honey, you act as if you comfortable right where you is and right where you are. You know, this don't look like it's no struggle. And they're saying you need to work your way to untie yourself from what it is, because this burden you talking about of doing, this is something that you put your own self there. This is not somebody else's doing. Next one, they say you need to move into the energies of healing family issues. They say, I see you. You trying to act that. So they saying somebody that has this father issues right now. Say it's stemming from the time period of this period to this period. This is what happened between you and your father. And they say you need to grow into an understanding of appreciation as to where you are right now. Stop looking at it and faulting that it was the father's fault, because it's like, you know, the dad did what he did. You know, as a parent, you try to do the best that you can. It might not be the best, but they're saying you need to move into spirit of gratitude that you had a father, no matter what had happened with that, and then to let it go so things could actually blossom. So you could really move into understanding that you're the center of attention, not what happened in the past or your childhood wounds or what had been done to you. Okay. Next thing you need to move into is the energy of flirt. They want you to move into that energy to be a more lighthearted. This person is very fun. You know, she might got some wars and some ethics, but at the same time, she has a fun side to her too as well. So they say extend your lighthearted energies to others. She say you seem so heavy and so burdened. That you're always thinking, which air signs is like that. So you want to be able to get lighthearted in your energies, which means is bring your energy level up too. When they're saying about that, be flirt and lighthearted, which again, so you can be able to receive this cornucopia. Because if you get heavy energies and you resonate on that lower level, you'll never be able to get that. You want this also, you want to get resonated into that because you want this happy family. They say, I see you. You want everything to come together. You want you and your divine counterpart to come together. You want to have kids with them, or you want your kids that you have come together. And you want this whole idea of a more healthier mindset that you have for family to move into this, to a happy family, which is much healthier. And that's why I'm saying, she's saying you got to release the ties about the ties that bind you, about what happened to you in your being with your family back in the past. Let's move on. And they say a magician in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror, because you want to create this magic. In order for you to magic, you got to resonate in a more higher vibration than you are in right now. You cannot stay low vibe vibrations cannot create anything. Okay, next one is saying here is, what do you need to surrender? I mean, what is your dark things? What things you think is hiding? But they saying this is an area of darkness or shadow that they believe you need to work on. Here, clear air sign. They say you need to work on the following. According to this person, you got quite a bit. They say you need to guilty regret. You got some regret about something. That's what they're saying about this heaviness. Whatever this guilty regret is messing with you, be having more higher, lighter energies, and you feeling like you're all tied up. You got this overactive crown chakra, which he said earlier. Work with that crown chakra as well. You also have black flower fragrance, which means to me, again, you are not getting in touch with the ugly parts of you. You're not being okay with the shadows, the things that you have done in the past, whatever it is. And understand there's beauty in it. It's all right. That's what she keeps on saying. Have appreciation for where you are, air sign. And help that to be able to grow, because understanding both of these are flowers. These are dark flowers, but it's still a flower. This is like, you got some black orchids that's out there like that, but it's still a beautiful flower. And you got this type of flower. Let those things blossom and bloom. You're understanding about this revenge. Whatever kind of revenge you want to get back at this parent, at this father figure that you had, you're going to have to let it go. It's over with. Let it go. Let it flow. You know, over time, probably karma, if you want to put it that way, or life has really hit them back in the boot day, that they already have gotten their lessons back again. So you handle these swords and tilting the truth to slant it so you can benefit it much better, and you grow in roots to the wrong thing instead of into the ground to keep you more solid and foundational. This is messing you up as well. And then they're forgetting oneself in the process. You're up there trying to please everybody, but you're forgetting yourself in the process. You call yourself, well, I'm vulnerable, but you're still masking your emotions, and you still got this overactive crown chakra when we're talking about in your thinking. Okay, next one, surrender. What things do they see you have to surrender? Clear. This next door neighbor, this good friend, says you need to surrender negative thinking. That makes sense to me. Negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. If I was you, I'd make some positive affirmations. Some things would be like, yes, whatever it is negative, I do have anger issues against my father, but I know that time heals our wounds, and we're coming together and expressing a great connection between my father and I. Still establishing, because I have an overactive crown chakra, and for me to jump and say, my father and I have a great relationship, my father and I have a wonderful relationship, that's not going to work. I have to establish what I say is wrong, or what things I think is wrong, and then move into the positive. So that's something I would give you as a key for that. Surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. So after you've done all you can, you just stand. And my dad's favorite song. So you've done everything like that. Do the work. Untangle yourself. Stop saying this is the best I can. This not going to get any better. That's not going to help you in your situation. Okay? Clear. Body changes. So again, body changes could go certain ways. Your emotional body, how you're handling things, your ethereal body, your angelic body, as well, how you handle things, angelic through spirit. as well, your physical body. You got to change those things so you could create this transformation, because they want you to be more stronger in standing in your power. They also want the sacral and how you're being able to make connections with others and how you need to manifest. You got to really release that, because anytime I start belching on stuff, that means you got to release some things. Okay. All right. And let's look at their guide, their message that they have for you, because they have came as your guide. Aries, I mean not Aries, air sign. Think about that. We're gonna do fast sign next. Clear. Ooh, that's a lot of messages. You want all of that? Okay, well, you can't, because they only got one word. So this is what they're saying to you. They say patience is a virtue. Be patient as you're going through all these changes, but know at the same time, especially when you're dealing with this family issue, they say they want you to be patient, because that patience is going to help you to move into your virtue, into your truth of being, of who you are. They said also with that, take responsibility. And I seen the light flash on that one. So that spirit guide there, that past loved one, say yes on that. Take responsibility for your actions. Stop pushing it off on the daddy. It was because my daddy act like this, so that's why I act this way, and it ain't gonna get no better because my daddy wasn't there for me, and daddy, and all this stuff here. That's not helping. Let me watch before I can conjure him up. That's not going to work. You gotta take a responsibility. It went up and down. Okay, Dad. So my thing is that you cannot go on and do that. Keep on saying it's the dad's fault, because again, once you get older, you got to take responsibility for your own self. You got to have some type of resilience. That means bounce back. Yeah, this happened with my dad, however, now I got to take responsibility for my own stuff. That understanding that they did the best they could. It wasn't right in my eyes, so now let me form a better version of the story of how it could be. So you can do some childhood wounds, go back there in the past and rewrite the story so it can be better, so you can remember it with not such of a bite, not such a bitterness with it too, when you talk about your dad. And then they say make each day count. It is very important that you make each day count, because again, you see what's going on in the world. Tomorrow is not promised to you. You got all different kind of things swarming in there into this equation, so you don't know as far as what is the concluding or the conclusion might come to. And so you just really want to have that, because most time when you live with that make each day count, that helps you to stay in the now. Like, I got to do this now. This is, I'm staying in the present, because it don't make you about the past where you become depressed, and it don't make you think about the future, which makes you anxious. You stay in the now. Okay. And next one, they say lead by example. Again, you complain, and I'm picking up, they're saying about the father and what he did to you, and they're saying again, lead by example. You make sure, although they don't know, sometimes you got to turn around, and I forgot to put that in the video when I talked about Chicago, the shy and the riots and the chaos, that you sometimes, even if you're saying leadership is not doing what they're supposed to do, you have to turn around and take the role and say, let me show you how it's supposed to be done. And then from that interaction, that'll help to create that change of energy that's going on, especially when you are, if you're the divine feminine watching this, or the divine feminine energies, rather you're in the male, you have to take the lead on it so the divine masculine can follow suit, because divine masculine energies does not know. I'm not talking about the man, we house both of them, but sometimes you have to go ahead and show them the way, like, no, this is how it's actually done. Okay. All right then. So that's a good reading there. So thank you to this spirit, this past loved one, this neighbor, or this good friend that they say, I'm a friend of the family, that stepped in. They say Mrs. Robinson here. She says again, so whatever it is, I think she died at a young age. She wasn't really old, maybe by now let me say, I'm not dated. Some of it might be a 50 or 40 person. whatever it is, they died kind of young. They weren't like elderly or age either. But again, that's for some groups, and some of them they were just a family friend, or they took on the role as aunt. Okay, all right. Until next time, stay uplifted, stay motivated, stay ascending. Namaste. Namago. Love you.